You know what time it is. Come on, bring it in. Breathe in this fresh air. You're alive. You're alive. I want you to get this in your spirit that all men are created equal. Let me tell you, it's another Sunday. You know what time it is. We're at the spot. We're at the table. Let's breathe in. Let's say it from the belly. It's knockout time, baby. Come on. Let's get it. Come on. Listen to me very carefully. I got this one for you, and it's a special one. And I want you guys to understand me when I say this. You were created different for a purpose. You were created different for a reason. You were created who you are because God wants you to be amazing. Like, imagine that you are the same as everybody else. What will make you different? Let me tell you, there's many people in the world that are chefs. There are many people in the world that are architects. There are many people in the world that can write. There are many people in the world that have many speaking gifts. But there's none of them in the world like you. And you have to really believe me when I say this, that you are created different for a purpose at this time. And I know we went through the pandemic, right? I know we went through the pandemic and a lot of people lost their lives, just like my sister. And I want you guys to understand me. The fact that you made it through the pandemic, the fact that you are still here, that means there's more for you to do. There is more for you to breathe into this world. And I know you got dreams, and that's not a question. I know you got ideas. That's not a question. I know you have something phenomenal that you want to do. And the question you got to ask yourself is, what's stopping you? Like, what's stopping you from living your dream? What's stopping you from being the best at what you desire to do? Let me explain to you. You have to make a decision that you understand that you owe you. Like, you have to make a decision that whatever it takes, you're willing to go to do. Like, nothing's going to stop you from being who God created you to be. Let me tell you something. Like, I know you know my story. I was homeless, sleeping on a park bench, moving from park to park, looking for a place to stay. I know you know my story. I couldn't spell, read, or write at the age of 25. I know you know. Like, listen to me very carefully. I know you understand that this dude was called dunce, hard-headed, and slow. I was the big kid in the class for 2 years. Like, kids came up, and because I didn't go forward in those days, you stayed back. I was one of those kids, and they would laugh at me. But I understood that God gave me the gift to speak. And believe me, in the island where I'm from, you're either going to be a pastor or a politician. And I considered one of them. But I realized that still I had to get a little education. I struggled with spelling and reading and writing. So because I was a college dropout, because I flunked all my exams, I got U. I didn't even know that U existed. That means ungraded. I want you to know this. When the volcano took everything that I knew and loved, I thought my dreams died. But here comes me crying out to God after depression and anxiety and suicidal thoughts. I cried out to God. I said, God, please, if you could just give me a sign. And I met Steve Harvey in Atlanta airport. Boom. That was it. My life changed. And 12 years later, now I'm the #1 motivational speaker in the world. I'm trying to explain to you something. When he laid his hand on my shoulder and said, son, there is something amazing about you, kid. I don't know what it is, but there's something amazing about you. And those words changed my life. If here comes international comedian and actor, tell me, a humble servant, somebody from an island, which like only like 39.5 square miles, with just a population of just under 5,000 people. Like, who am I? I realized that God chose me for such a time as this to tell you that you need to get your butt up off that bed. You need to get up out of that depression. You need to get up out of that fear. You got to stop living in fear. You got to start using your faith. And you start walking in authority of what God told you you're going to do. Yeah, that's me. I started to walk in the authority. So that's my story, and I know I'm sticking to it. I wanted to get this. I understood I'm not lucky. Like, seriously, I never had a viral video. Like, for real. Like, I just grind my way here. I never had a viral video, guys. I don't know what it feels like to have millions of views on my videos. All I knew was God said, son, if you're faithful. And some of you just need to understand you got to be faithful. You got to be consistent. You got to be dedicated. You got to stick to it. Like, seriously, you did not give it enough time. Like, we're in the fourth quarter season. Like, I know. You start out in January excited, like you had these big ideas and you You fell off in February. Like, you didn't start, you didn't continue. But I want to tell you, like, now we're in the fourth quarter. All you got to do is to say, look, I'm going to finish strong. I'm going to do everything in my power to complete what I said I was going to do in January. All you got to do is to pick it back up, pick that book back up. Like if you say you're going to train, go back and train. Look, let me tell you something. Winners never quit and quitters never win. It's that simple. It's not complicated. Like if you want to be great, if you want to be phenomenal, all you got to do is say, I'm going to stick to it. Don't you dare quit. You have come too far to come this far. Let me explain to you. They try to call me out. They try to call me the underdog. Like I know I'm the best, like nobody's like me. I understand this. I need you to immerse yourself into your gift. You need to understand that you have to become the motivator. You have to become the dream. You have to live the dream. You got to eat the dream. You got to sleep the dream. You got to wake up every single day and walk under the authority that God gave you this dream. And when that time comes to blow up, then you will see that it was worth it. Yeah, it's worth the long nights and the days without sleep. And I want you to understand me when I tell you this. All the sacrifices you made. Man, I've sacrificed so much. But I know I did not come this far. I only came this far by faith. I've walked in faith. I understand that my faith tells me I don't know how I'm going to make it. My faith tells me I don't know when I'm going to make it. My faith tells me, look, all I need you to do is to trust me. All I need you to do is to trust me. And somebody now, right now, is listening to me and you're struggling with depression. You're struggling with anxiety. You're struggling with fear. You're struggling with the fear taking over your life of a paranoia and you got schizophrenia that's creeping in. I need you to get this. You have to take control of your mind. You got to guard the avenues of your mind. And listen, now you ask me why I speak with so much passion. I'm speaking with so much passion because I understood that, listen, my 42-year-old sister God and left me and she believed in me. Come on. And when I was sleeping on a park bench, God told me, son, I'm going to lift you up. The world's going to know your story. All I want you to do is to be faithful. So if you just type in the comments and say with me, I will be faithful. I will stay committed. Let me tell you, you have always fell off. Like some of you are going through marriage situations right now. Some of you are going through relationship issues. Some of you are struggling with alcohol and whatever issues you got in your life. Like you're full of issues. But the problem is the issue is not the problem. You are the problem. Come on, I want to tell you this again. Your issue is not the problem. You are the problem. If you could just look yourself in the mirror and say, I value me. I dare me to stick to the change I want. And if you are willing to push past your pain to get to your greatness, I guarantee you will be great. You have to just make a decision and say, I'm going to be great, and that's it. I'm going to be phenomenal, and that's it. I'm going to live my best life, and that's it. Like nothing's going to stop you from being great. Listen, average people do what average people do. I can't put it no better than that. Average people do what average people do. And great people do what great people do. You just got to make a decision. Come on, y'all. You got to make a decision. Like, I want you to understand me. They're watching me now. Look, they didn't see me when I was on the park bench. And I had to show up. I had to take on my gift. I had to emerge myself. So I want to ask you a question. I want you, this Sunday, I want you to really just make a commitment. Like this Sunday, this video is all about making a commitment. I just want you to say I'm going to make a commitment to my dream. Yeah, I'm a published author of now 4 books. I can't believe it. Like, seriously, did I do that? I still believe it. Just God. Only God did that for me. Like I explained to you, it's just been me and God. God is my vehicle, y'all. God is my vehicle. I got mad faith. I understand that. Listen, I'm not a millionaire yet. But I understand God is my vehicle. I'm not a bestseller yet. God is my vehicle. He said, just trust me. And some of you don't want to trust God, and that's why you're struggling. Like some of you right now, like me, don't feel too lucky. That's why you're struggling. But if you could understand that you are blessed and highly favored, you are walking in the authority of the anointing. He told you something when you were in your dark days, and you made it out, and now you made it out, you forget. Like now you made it out, you try to still hang with the average people. Like now you made it out, you're trying to still do the same thing. So yeah, I know I'm the best motivational speaker in the world, the greatest of all time. The world don't know me yet, but I need you to understand this. It's not about me, it's about you. I know you are great. I know you are amazing. You are a masterpiece created for greatness. And all you gotta do is start by loving yourself. Like seriously, all you gotta do is to look yourself in the mirror, every single mirror. In the man in the mirror, you just gotta look yourself in the mirror and make yourself this promise. Say, I'm going to do everything in my power to execute. I'm going to do everything in my power to live my best life. I'm going to do everything in my power to be the head and not the tail. I'm going to do everything in my power to remember what God told me in the dark and execute in the light. Come on, man. Don't hide your light no more. Like, let your light shine before men that they may see your good works. Come on. Don't hide your light no more. Let them light so shine before men. And let me explain to you this. This world is so corrupt now that they only somehow, oh man, they only spread love to the things that are bad. Like somehow, like if you want to see things go viral, do something that's bad. But because you're going to be doing something that's pure, something that's loving, something that's kind, something that's beautiful, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. So it's your boy, Dr. G, the Love Motivator. Listen, man, I want you guys to understand me when I say this. We're in the 4th season, y'all. And all I'm asking you to do is to stay committed. All I'm saying to you today, this Sunday, like, stay committed. Say, I'm going to stay committed to what God told me. I'm going to stay committed to my dreams. I'm going to stay committed to trusting the process. I need you to understand this. Listen to me. Before you can get the end results, you have to go through the process. And that means your faith has to be tested. And some of you don't want to be tested. Like, you don't want to be tried. You don't want to go through the fire. But the problem with you is you still want the results. And you think you're going to take the microwave and the oven, but you don't want to, like, just start from scratch. If you could just make a decision, I'm going to get every step right. I'm going to master every step. I'm going to stay committed to what I said I was going to do. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Listen to me. You are your biggest problem if you can get out your way. If you could just get out your way, baby. Come on. You know what time it is. Let's stay committed. Let's finish strong in 2022. Listen, you know what time it is. It's, say it again, knockout time, baby.